What's up, bro? Man, I was just sitting right here thinking to myself, man, I don't feel like we talk about self-confidence enough and how vital it really is to the trajectory of where you're actually trying to go. Like, if you have a goal, right, and you write that goal down, but you don't genuinely believe it, or you don't feel like you can actually accomplish that goal, you was better off not writing it or not even saying it in the first place. And I feel like self-confidence is one of those things that isn't really talked about enough. Like, if you have self-confidence, you can really achieve anything that you want to achieve in this world. Like genuinely, if you have self-confidence and you say, in the next year I'm going to lose 50 pounds, I'm going to lose 50 pounds. Nothing is going to stop me because I am confident. To be confident means you trust yourself. And to have trust in yourself, it means that you genuinely believe that you are going to make it happen because you can't let yourself down. And that is what self-confidence is all about. If you have a goal, but you don't have the confidence to achieve such a goal, again, you are better off not writing it down in the first place. So the question is, how can I go about developing my self-confidence? Self-confidence is developed by doing enough hard shit to the point to where you mentally manipulate yourself to believe that you can achieve anything. And what do I mean by that? You know, in this life, we talk so much about, oh man, I wish this was a lot better. I wish this was a lot easier. I wish I didn't have to grind this hard. But understand, during that grind of you trying to get to the top of the mountain, you have so much development to have. And like, you're learning how to have work ethic. You're learning how to have persistence, how to have grit, determination. You're learning all of these valuable skills that's going to get you to the top of that mountain. But if you don't learn these skills in that process, then once you get to the top and you fall flat on your face, you're not going to know how to get back up because you don't have the confidence developed in you in order for you to get back up and rise back to the top. The way to develop confidence is you need to do enough hard shit. You need to mentally challenge yourself. You need to physically challenge yourself. You need to do things that are just so uncomfortable that it pushes you out of your comfort zone, and it just really forces you to evolve into a new version of yourself, into a person that can actually achieve such goal. And that person is you. You can achieve such goal, but it's going to happen through a transformation. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen the next month or 2 months or year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. This might take a long time. This might take a while, but that's the whole point, because going throughout that, you are developing the necessary skills and you are developing the foundation in order for you to build trust into yourself, because that is the most valuable skill that you can have. If you don't have trust into yourself, then you will not accomplish your goals. You need to have trust in yourself, aka self-confidence. What that means, how to mentally challenge yourself. Mentally challenging yourself is doing things that really make you think. For example, reading a book. Before this month, it's funny because I'm not really a fan of reading books. I'm becoming a fan now because it's very uncomfortable for me because I'm not used to doing that. But I understand every single successful person that I've met, they always recommend reading a book every single month. Because what separates the rich from the poor is just skill. It's a skill gap. How can you acquire that skill gap? Is by educating yourself on what others have done, their mistakes, and how they were able to overcome it. Because if you don't learn what they're doing separately from you, you'll be forever stuck in the same position. So you need to mentally challenge yourself. You need to pick up a book and read just for like 10 to 15 minutes a day. You need to go outside and meditate so you can really gather up your thoughts. You need to get closer to God so you can understand why the world works the way that it does. You need to mentally challenge yourself to where you're really pushing yourself to mental exhaustion, to where it becomes really uncomfortable, because in that uncomfortable moment or in that uncomfortable period of time, that is when the growth occurs. You do not grow in your comfort zone. It's one of my favorite quotes. Now that we talked about mentally challenging yourself, how can you physically challenge yourself? Every single successful person that I meet that has money, the number one thing that they care about is going to be their health and their time. If you have all of the money in the world, but you have poor health, you will not be happy. You will not be satisfied. It's like that one thing, I forgot who I heard say it, but he said, if I gave you $10 million today, would you be happy? The person says yes. Then he says, if I give you $10 million, but you had to die today, would you still be happy? Would you still want to take that $10 million? The person says no. Because deep down inside, we understand that our health is way more valuable, way more important than a piece of change could ever be. So you need to take care of yourself physically. You need to go to the gym. You need to work out. You need to push yourself to physical exhaustion. You need to develop a body that you can be confident in. Like, you need to be able to look in the mirror and say confidently, I work for this body. I had the discipline to go to the gym every single day. I had the discipline to stay on a diet and consistently do that every single day. Because if you want something that everybody else doesn't have, you have to be willing to do what everybody else is not willing to do. And many people aren't willing to go to the gym. Many people aren't going to stick to a diet. Many people aren't going to be disciplined enough to do what it takes to get their body in shape or satisfied to where they can be mentally, physically just happy with themselves. But it all starts with you. I mean, you have to push yourself to physical exhaustion. So now that we've touched the mental aspect, the physical aspect, the last aspect to really build trust is to, again, put yourself in hard situations. That means whatever you have not done in your life, if you've never been to a conference, if you've never been networking, if you've never been to, whatever you haven't done that is just uncomfortable for you or new for you, that is how you learn. That is how you grow. That is how you go through that hard shit, because it's only hard for a while. And then once you get to the point to where it becomes easy, that is how you transform. That is how you go to the next step. But you have to be willing to do hard things in order for you to be able to grow. That is how self-confidence is developed. And again, self-confidence is very vital to the trajectory of your success. So if you want to be successful, develop that self-confidence. If you have it already, great. Maintain that self-confidence. And always look for areas of improvement. If you do not have that self-confidence, I have just laid out the blueprint. Challenge yourself in so many ways, so many hard ways, that it pushes you to become a brand new version of yourself. And the exciting part isn't the destination of when you've acquired everything. The exciting part is the journey you go through and the person you become in order for you to be able to achieve those goals. My man, have a great day.